Hey everyone, welcome back to my ninth Python tutorial, and today I'm going to teach you guys about slicing. So what slicing is that just like how it sounds, it lets you slice out or extract certain pieces of sequences, which we learned in the last tutorial. So let's create an example list for demonstration purposes, and I'm going to name it 0 to 9. And it's going to contain numbers through 0 through 9, like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and press enter. That should be the list now. Now, in order to slice out certain pieces of sequence, what you have to do is type in the name of your list, which is, for me, it's gonna be 0, oops, to 9, and brackets, square brackets, like this, and then type in the number of the element you want to begin in slicing. So for me, I'm going to type in 3 because I want to start with 3. Next, put a colon like this, and then put the number of an element that you want to end with. Uh, it's kind of complicated to explain before showing it to you guys. So I'm just gonna put like 7, and then for the last number, and press enter like this. So the output is 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's count the number assigned to each number in our list. Uh, Remember that I said for the last part, put the number you want it to end with? Uh, it actually doesn't really include the last number, but includes the first number. So the 3 is 0th element, first, second, third. So this is the third, starting here. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So it should have included 7, but it doesn't because that's just how slicing works. Uh, yeah. So, like, what I actually meant is that it's going to include the third element that it is written, but it stops right before it reaches the second element you put in there, right there, the 7. So, what if you like want to include the 7th element in your list? Just put it as 0 to 9, oops, 3 to 8, and then just like that, that works. Uh, uh, Excuse me. But what if you want to include up to 9 also, the end element? If you follow the logic, you should be putting 10 like this, 0 to, oops, 9. You should be putting 3 to 10 like this. But 10 even isn't like a part of the list. But let's just go and try it. So 3 colon 10 actually works. So when you want to extract and include the end element, just add 1 to what you have in your list, which in this case, it's up to 9, so it's 10. Uh, but there are some easier ways to do these. For example, you can't extract it using negatives. If you have a long list and you want to start from all the way back and do like something like 0 to 9, -5, colon, -1, and press enter, it's just not going to give you 9 again. So maybe we could extend this and put like 0 to 9, oops, typos, -5 to, oh my god, -5 to like 0, because you just add one number. Uh, but okay, so that's not what we really want. So I really wish there was a shortcut to extract from the back of the list, but still be able to include the last element. And bam, there actually is a way, but it's kind of weird. So what you have to do is put your list name. For me, it's going like that, and -5, and just put a colon like that. Uh, so what you do is not include the number of the colon like this. And what this means is that we're telling Python to continue till the very end of the list. So let's press enter, and now it should give you everything from -5, which is 5, to 9. You could also make the beginning empty and make the end what you want. So let's go like 0 to 9. Oops. Colon 8. And that'll start from beginning and include all the elements till the 8th element, so 0 through 7. And yeah, you guys should definitely experiment and like play around with this thing after this video. And another thing I want to show you guys is that what if you just don't put any numbers and just put colon there like this, 0 to 9, like colon, oops, like this. So it's kind of actually a shortcut for printing the entire list out. So for slicing, you actually need two values. The first one being what you want to start with, like this, 3, 3, and the second one being the end element, which you don't want to include, but just go up to. So it's like this. And you can also do it backwards. And again, if you don't include the numbers, it means to the end or beginning, depending on which side of the column, you actually leave it empty. Yeah, you can also have a second column. This is kind of new, and have a third value, which is what intervals you want to print. So, for example, you put like 0 to 9, 3 colon 7 colon 2. This. Excuse me. It is going to output 3 and 5 like this, because it would normally print if you just put 3 column 7, it would normally just print this, but since you're going by intervals of 2, you would go 3 and 5, and it will print 7, but 7 is not included in this list for this extraction, I mean. So yeah, just like that. Now, so you have 3 numbers that you can put, which is the first one being the starting number, and the second one being the end number, and the third one being as an option for the intervals at what you like want to print. Also, when you want to do the whole thing, but with intervals also backwards, you need to put the biggest number plus 1, which is 10, like this. To 9. Oops, 10. And the smallest number in this list, which is 0. And since we're going backwards, you have to put negative interval. Which I'm just going to put -2. So, and like this. And once we have that, we can see that like it actually prints backwards and includes everything that we want to. And you guys can get actually like kind of lazy on this specific example and just put 0 to 9 colon -2, since if you just leave it empty, it's just counted as till the end, and these numbers are actually the ends of the list for this list, so it's going to give you the same exact result. Uh, so that's the tutorial on slicing. I know it can be actually confusing, but follow along with a video and practice, and you guys should become a pro at slicing. Anyways, I hope you guys learned something, practice this, and I will see you guys on the next tutorial.